this is Rachel with Rachel's Truth, and I'm back to finish part 2 of Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 2. So, I wanted to come back because it was just getting too long because these episodes are too long, and if we have to review them, it's just a drag, and we definitely need to be getting paid for this. It's crazy. All right, so I had reviewed Lindsay and Mark and Katina and Michael on the last video. So now we have left. I did that. Oh, I didn't even finish this part. And because I keep forgetting that these, they're chopping it up, going back and forth because even after they got married, then they jump back to Lindsay and Mark. Then they jump back to, they're just, oh, it's just too much. They're confusing me. So that's the after party. So I didn't finish the part where Jasmina said she felt better after walking down the aisle or whatever, and Michael said she's beautiful, she's perfect like a Barbie, drop dead gorgeous. So it was nice that he's attracted. And then when they were going to drink the champagne, he forgot to toast, and she had to check him. And thank God she knows how to speak up, right? She checked him, and it was funny. She did it in a not a crazy way or whatever. So so then they toasted or whatever, and we'll see. But their families were really excited. They were very, very excited. They walked into the hall or whatever, wherever they were. They walked into there, and everybody was jumping and cheering, and his friend or whatever made like a little speech, and everybody was happy. So we'll see. There's a lot of people surrounding them. Hopefully they work out. All right, so let's jump to Elijah. So his family, they feel that his expectations are very high as far as his wife. His expectations are very high of what he feels he's going to get or what he needs in a wife. So this is very concerning for me for Elijah, and just how he is. So I'm trying to, where am I? So he just talks about how he's ready to meet the love of his life. No, this is Katina. She's ready to meet the love of her life. So she's picking out wedding dresses, and she wants to have kids. Elijah is very concerned about his past affecting this marriage that he's about to what's about to go down. And so he's been around. He's been that playboy is not just a playboy. Like, he's been around. So his past can affect him, right? So he's very concerned about that. His family discusses again when they're doing the tuxedo shopping about how he was a playboy, and he has to put away Isaac. Isaac is his middle name. He used that to give to females so that he can, talk to all kinds of females back in the day. So he says. So the fact that they're still sitting talking about it with the tuxedos, in that present day, tells me that this is not something that is past tense, that he possibly stopped being a playboy like yesterday. Like, this is what it seems like to me, because they're talking about it now. Now, if he stopped being a playboy a long time ago, he was dating one person at a time, then not one person at a time, dating one person at a time, but was in a relationship with one person and was committed and wasn't being a playboy, then I couldn't see them sitting down or standing or whatever they were doing, talking about how he has to put Isaac away, right? So is this a recent behavior? And everybody, even experts, talking about he used to be a playboy. Like, How you used to be a playboy if it was yesterday? How do you know that you're still not a playboy when the pressures of a marriage or just life of being a person or whatever, daily happenings happen? How do you know that you won't resort to contacting a female because your wife is stressing you out? If you haven't been placed in a situation where you're in a real committed relationship and you're tested and you know and you see your actions or see how you feel in that moment, how do you know? Because you don't know. You can't just wake up today and say I'm not a playboy unless you're delivered, right? But I don't think that's the case. So I don't know. So they asked him if he was committed for a lifetime. He made a face. He just looked off. He didn't answer the question, not that I seen, not that editing presented to us. So it's like, is lifetime triggering for him? Is he ready? And it's just sad because Katina, I don't know. I was about to say she's ready, but I don't know if she's ready. She seems ready, right? But then they say that she was the party girl. So I don't know. I do not know. So, all right. So they jump to Noi. I can't. It's just all over the place. Alyssa. Okay, Elijah Wan. Yeah. So we discussed how his family feels that his expectations are pretty high. So when she finally comes down the aisle, but even before she comes down the aisle, and I don't know where I wrote that. I remember it though. Before she comes down the aisle, he's crying. He starts crying. And not like some like just tears rolling down your eyes crying. He's boo hoo and crying. Like, no, it's not even funny, but it was like I could hear the noises and stuff, and like he was just like he was choked up. Like he was scared. And now is he scared because he's not really serious and he's not really ready? Or is he scared because he's so ready that he's just excited? I don't know. Or just, scared because of this process and stranger or whatever. There's so many different, reasons as to why he could be crying, but he was crying hard. And one of his cousins, family members, friends, whatever, had to comfort him. And I forget who that other guy, the older middle-aged guy is. He kind of joked about it, about him crying like that and saying that it hit him, right? As it would anyone, but we have to see what his intentions are, right? So he was crying. Okay. He was crying or whatever, and what's her name? Katina. She was saying how she hopes that he tells her that she looks beautiful. So she needs those words, right? She needs to hear that. And I guess that was her mom there. I'm sorry if that wasn't older lady who was telling her that what she feels may happen is that he's head over heels over her, and she might be like with him, right? So that's her mother or whoever close to her, so they know her. So she's just really telling her to examine the character, even if you don't, whatever, don't try to judge them too quick, just to examine their character. So, yeah, we discussed he was crying, he was weeping. And he talks about how, again, he said, what happens if he messed with someone she knows? It can affect his relationship. It was like some sort of voiceover. He was saying that. So then he's at the order, or at the front waiting for her to come down the aisle, and he's really antsy. His leg is shaking. He's moving around at the altar, just moving and shaking. So you can tell that he's very nervous. And then when they were talking about, the families were talking, when they were reading what the families were saying, they were saying that don't judge him until you have the, what did they say? Opportunity to know him, right? So they know that a lot of people judge him. So they just wanted to put that out there. And it's like a lot of times I just don't like some of the stuff that the family puts out there, because then now it's just like something that the other person has, and they may hold on to that, right, and look for it and allow it to affect the relationship, when you should just get to know the person on your own, right? So then the family says, we hope, says something about cooking, and he needs somebody to cook, whatever, and everybody starts laughing. So apparently she doesn't know how to cook, and this is just absurd, because that was a deal breaker for him. But when they said that and she made her face and everybody laughed and whatever, he said something like, we'll work on it or whatever, or I got you, whatever. So that goes to show that he's so smitten over her. She's beautiful, because that's what he was kept saying. He's seen her. He was like, wow, she's beautiful. He told her, he verbalized it to her, and he keeps saying it over and over. He's mesmerized. So he's allowing what she looks like to override the fact that she can't cook. I thought you had a deal breaker, sir. That's hilarious. So I know she likes to eat food, but I guess she can't cook. So yeah. So I thought that was really funny. And then he said something about, he kept calling her beautiful, whatever. They were talking about the tattoos, and she was telling her he has tattoos or whatever. But she never said anything back to him when he said that she was beautiful. She never said, oh, you're handsome, or, she just kept saying thank you. But she probably did that because she was nervous. But then he brought it to her attention and she apologized. So he needs that too. He needs to know, right? So she told him that she did think he was handsome. He asked her if he could kiss her, and they did kiss. So afterwards, they were talking a lot. Well, not they. He was doing a lot of talking, and it was a lot of talking about self and explaining different scenarios about their marriage and what it is now, and who this and that, and how things should work. And it was just overwhelming for her, and she feels that his personality is very strong. And she verbalized that she was overwhelmed. So we shall see. We shall see. So she is attracted to him, and we will see what happens with that, right? It's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. He was doing a lot. He did a lot of talking. Like it was edited, but he was still talking. He was talking a lot. I don't know what I would have did. I probably would have just walked away. Because, I have a little bit of anxiety. And here he go. Blah, 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 blah. He's not even letting her talk. So, that says a lot. It definitely says a lot. So, let me see if I can just... Who was left? The last person on this episode, they started Noy and Steve. And I'm not really interested in them. I'm sorry. I'm not. But, and then they put them at the end. After I'm already tired now from this long episode, they're at the end. And then I'm just like, my hand hurt. I don't want to write no more. So, Noy and Steve, what's going on with them? I don't even know. Noy and Steve... So Noy, she did go get her dress and with her family and friends or whatever. She talks about how she's a hopeless romantic, and brings up the fact that she was born in a refugee camp, in a country called Laos, born in Laos. Steve is adventurous. Talks about he's adventurous. He did the 4 month road trip. you know, and this is him taking another leap of faith. And he brings up the point that his grandparents, his aunt and uncle had arranged marriages, so he feels that it will work out for him. He has a very caring family. They're close. They're very important to him. And that's definitely something that Nori wanted, someone who had a, you know, good family, who was family oriented and stuff like that, because she is too. So they have that in their favor. So they're about to marry. Nori is crying. She starts to get anxious while she's sitting waiting with her friends. You know, she talks about how she's just tired. And Steve, he seemed okay. He's ready to get married. That's what I wrote, because I was tired. My hand was hurting from writing. What was it, 2 hours? And they put them towards the end. They don't have really much on them. Maybe that's why they're towards the end. And there's nothing really going on. You know, they like drama. So everybody else who got drama, they're going to be first. And then it trickled down to the least, right? And that's what it seems to have been happening. So Lindsay's a fireball. Mark is a medium fireball. Elijah Wan is a playboy who probably is controlling. And who else we have here? Michael, I don't know. He's not going to be an effective communicator. He's not ready yet. And Jasmina, she's not putting up with just anything. She's just not. That's why she's not married yet, because she's not putting up with just anything, and that's okay, right? And Katina, she might think she's ready, but she may not be done with the partying. So we'll see. I mean, the right guy, you know, but we'll see. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Olajuwon and Jasmina and Nori and Steve. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Do you think Olajuwon is ready? You think he's done being a playboy? Or did he stop being a playboy yesterday? Do you think that Michael will be an effective communicator? You think he's ready to just all of a sudden be an effective communicator and he hasn't been in a relationship? What about Jasmina? You think that she will like Michael and be able to be patient with him? Because I don't see her being patient with him. Do you think that Mark will be okay with Lindsay? Will she be okay with, you know, helping with his mother? Because he's probably going to ask her to. Do you think Nori will be okay that Steve doesn't have a job? All right, the baby woke up, guys, and just in time, because I'm done. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And share. Sharing is caring. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.